Henry Herbert Nipps, one of my favorite poets, wrote this. 1914 it was published. I think I've done it for you before, but some friends asked me to do it again tonight for you. It's called The Walking Man. Sunny summer day it was, while loping into Laramie, I overtook the walking man. I reined up, nodded how. He had been a rider once, I knew. He smiled, but scarce aware of me, he said, "If you'd like me to, I'll tell my story now." They'll tell you that I'm crazy, that my wits have gone to glory, but you mustn't be believing every Western yarn you hear. The one I'm going to tell you is exceptional. It's a story that you've heard perhaps a dozen times, a dozen ways a year. So he whispered while the shadow of my pony walked beside him. Good people go to heaven. Do good horses go to hell? I slung one leg across the horn and sideways, so I eyed him, for I've seen the phantom pony loping around the big corral. And I've seen my pony, Yuma. Yeah, the horse that died to save me. Come and nicker at the golden bars while I stood down below calling, "Yuma, Yuma, Yuma." And I still wonder why God gave me such a friend and why I killed her. It's 20 years ago. You remember, it was lonesome when we used to guard the cattle when a man would ride the line for days and camp at night alone with nothing much to do but watch that sun rise up for battle and not a soul to talk to. Or what's even worse, his own. So I taught my pony Yuma many tricks, for she was near human, to rear, shake hands, to nod, or pick up anything I dropped till she grew as interested and as gentle as a woman, just to have me praise and pet her. But one day the teaching stopped, you see. 3 rustlers from the Notch rode up. I knew there'd be trouble, but I sat my pony easy and I rolled a cigarette and we talked about the rodeo. When like a bursting bubble, the leader opened up the fight. I felt my arm grow wet. It was 3-1. But Yuma, like a rock, stood to that thunder, for she seemed to know my need. 2 empty saddles when the one that tried at first to get me spurred up close and swung up under, and I swear I saw the trail to heaven in the muzzle of his gun. Well, I flinched. I played the coward. "Up!" I called, and at my calling reared my pony. She took his shot. I leveled quick, and twice I answered. In the smoke, I saw its twisted figure fallen, but then I felt my Yuma quiver. 20 years, I've paid the price for my life. Yeah, hell and Texas leave the hoof marks on some faces, and we, the riders of the ranges, each of us has learned his own. But I see the dawn and the sunset changes, and I feel my Yuma quiver every single night. Sunny summer day it was, while loping into Laramie. I overtook the walking man. I reined up and nodded how. He walked beside me for a while. He scarcely was aware of me, but you know, I believe I understand him. You see, I know his story now.